And we're back on another Generations video, but this time, so I finished Shadow Generations. Now we're gonna go on to Sonic Generations, which, by the way, there will be no gameplay from this because all I'm doing is reacting to the cutscenes and everything. See what Ian Flynn rewritten and that stuff. My question is there... Okay, yeah, I was thinking like, did it keep that? I wonder. Did they... No! What? They didn't put 120 FPS? That sucks, honestly. I honestly did thought that they were gonna amplify the FPS. Hey, you know what? It's okay, I guess. But oh, they're now safe out. By the time I get to the first cutscene, I forgot that I changed the characters to their cosmetic look. Dude, this looks so cool. Although the graphics does look a smidge better. I will actually have to say there's actually some new I guess effects, but just mainly for the background. I'll see you guys in the first cutscene. Ouch. So that way I can start talking to you guys and as well as reacting to the Canon City rewrite of Sonic Generations. All right, first cutscene. Again, game looks aesthetically different for sure. I actually love how it looks now comparing to how it was back then. You know, it's crazy because the skins for modern Sonic and classic Sonic, it actually looks modded. Not to humiliate, don't get me wrong. Not to humiliate them. It's just, I really am happy they did this. But you know, I'm used to seeing something like that when it's modded.
Guys, what's going on? You having a party or something?
I'm so happy that the chows are now canonically part of the birthday party. All right, here we go. Let's see what they changed. The one I'm still upset is what I talk about in the Sonic Shadow Generations video, the rewrite. Yeah, this part. I mean, it's fair, but I don't know. It was fun the way it is when it comes to the relationship, like I mentioned. It definitely go check out my Shadow Generations experience. It was actually a lot of fun. Oh, there's definitely new air. Oh, I don't know why it lagged like that. But there was definitely new things on the table of the birthday party for Sonic. You know, like the decorations, obviously. So it's impressive that they actually managed to rewrite the canon and also animate. Meanwhile, the files are still the same. So I wonder if they used Hedgehog Engine 1 to actually do this.
Those are my friends.
Get knocked. Still very impressive though. It sucks that there's no 120 FPS though for Sonic Generations. That would have actually made the game a lot different. I don't know. I mean, I'm happy I get to play it because actually that brings me back to think that I remember, I think I mentioned this in Shadow Generations already.
Where am I?
But I remember playing Sonic Generations at Walmart at the time when it was a new game and a playable demo at the time. I was so excited. Like I had to tell my parents like I want to play it so badly. I was just that excited. Oh my gosh, that looks so cool. Look at my boy. Hold on. I just want to share my reaction on this. Hold on. This absolutely looks insane. How's the jump? Okay, it's the same as usual. The good thing about Sonic Generations is that you don't have to oh X is now jump. Okay, I don't have to do these weird configurations that Sonic Generations used to have, because I remember downloading the demo before it was delisted because of, well, Sonic X Shadow Generations, right? Now with this, I don't have to worry about that. I just got popped in remote and that stuff. I do want to say this before I cut the gameplay out. That one, it is interesting that they took note of Sonic Frontiers' base settings, and now the boost is the RT, which is R2 for PlayStation wise. And I want to try drop dash. Actually, hold on a second. I know you gotta just jump. Nice. Oh, and I definitely recognize the sound effect too. That's from Frontiers. It's weird because like it's from the Manian universe, and it only makes logical sense that modern Sonic would learn that from his other dimensional self that's young. But I don't know. Unless they have done it and they just thought of that idea and realized that Sonic could do this anyways. I'm just gonna cut the gameplay right now. The drop dash, it actually feels super nice though. And I actually did a combination with the slide. It actually works super well.
Sonic, that was awful. I couldn't tell where I was or what had happened. Ugh, like I was trapped in a nightmare.
Oh.
You're safe now, and that's what's important.
Oh! That's different!
Is
Wait.
it just me, or does Green Hill?
Okay! That's nice! I'm thankful that Ian Flynn actually wrote that line well. Usually Sonic doesn't respond after that. I'm happy he now canonically does.
Evil genies are saving aliens in an interstellar amusement park. Right now, we should focus on finding our friends.
We can start over there. That skyline looks familiar, but I can't be sure.
Nothing so far here.
That's as good a lead as any, Tails. Back in a flash.
Yeah, there's some different lines here. Is he gonna say?
That was crazy, Sonic. You weren't kidding. It's like you never left.
That's a different line. And the way how the person voiced it too is different too. Instead of saying, "Wow, I thought you never left," instead he said that. I like that detail. Am I crazy? Or search shout hidden shouts and stages. That is nice. That's different. But were these red rings been here? Oh yeah, no, they were. Let's see what Tails says.
Wow.
Way to go, S-Ring Sonic. You know, okay, it's nothing different. It's not focusing on the story. I hope this part is rewritten a little better. At least I hope.
Definitely the chemical plant.
Because I know
his on West Side Island. Did that monster do this?
We'll figure it out later.
Oh, actually, I'm noticing the FPS is... Oh yeah, they did rewrite that. Also, the FPS definitely looks a lot better in the cutscenes, just by some of the effects. Also, I don't remember, was Amy was posed like that? Was that new? I don't remember. But let's see how this interaction happens.
I'll be sure to return the favor next time around.
That's, yeah.
Not really worrying about that right now, Amy.
Thank you. I am so happy that Ian Flynn, guys, Sonic team, please keep up the work like that. Please keep Ian Flynn to write the stories of the main Sonic series, aka the game. Seeing this, it's better characterized, at least close as possible to how their personalities really like. So I know that's been fixed in Frontiers, but I really wish that you, Ian Flynn, can fix that a lot more along the way, but I understand that it can't be helped. I'm so psyched to hang out with you, Sonic. Come talk with me anytime. Okay, so they still, in a way, kept the way how Amy at this time is still a bit like a psychopath and wanting to date Sonic. You know, I really am happy that I get to play with the original Dreamcast model, not the DX one. Because I always wanted to know how it feels like to play as, well, this specific look. Yeah, I'm noticing that some of these characters' poses are a bit different. Alright. I'm mainly gonna focus on Sonic's conversation with the others.
Now let's get some payback on that monster.
Get in line, knucklehead. All right.
Yes. Because I know there's different interactions when it comes to classic Sonic as well. I mainly want to focus here, because that's when the real conversation comes in. What is this place? It's so white and creepy. I've never seen anything like it. That's cool. I love that it's more story focused and everything. Then yeah, of course, I gotta also do this as well. Just saying, the race between Sonic and Tails, definitely much harder in Sonic Frontiers. Well, not harder, but more difficult, because I actually tried that just yesterday. I don't quite remember. I will battle anytime, as many times as necessary. Has he ever talked before in Generation? Do definitely let me know in the comment section down below. Oh, okay. I love how they mixed this again. Dude, I love this. They actually mixed the OG with the new remix versus Metal Sonic OST. I'm so happy they did that. Look, I'm sorry. I know I said that I'm only gonna be showing the cutscenes, but there's a lot of stuff I want to talk about with you guys as I'm reacting. So that's why I'm like also putting some sense of gameplay into this, but just mainly to mention some improvements. Also, noting the fact that you do have to go back to the stages, because I found out that you have to get the red rings 3 times in certain parts of the Sky Sanctuary in Modern Sonic, which I'm glad they're changing some challenges in the OG stages. Ow. I'm still having communication problems as I'm playing the game. It's different. Well, I wish they improved that, but it's alright. Oh, that's cool! Before, he was just there already. Oh my gosh. The one thing I'm so happy about is that I can finally play Casino Night, because I remember this as a kid. I could not have access to it. I don't even know it was a DLC when I was playing this on the PlayStation 3. Now it's a free thing to play. You don't have to pay for it. Oh, okay. Let's see how it is. I'm not gonna... dude, it feels weird playing this game again because it's just like I'm so used to coming back with the OG lore of Sonic and Frontiers. I thought it's just gonna ruin the mood here in Generations, but you know, with Ian Flint and... Sorry, I know I kind of butchered that a wee bit.
Look at yourself, Sonic.
But
Dr. Eggman!
he made it a lot better. It makes it more toned into the main lore, at least. I mean, this is part of the main lore, despite of, you know,
Wait a second!
the meta era mistreated personalities, all that. But definitely feels good to play this game. It just feels weird towards the story. I wonder, is there any differences in this one? I don't think so. I don't think Classic Sonic is just gonna fall off. Nope, he just stands there. Now, speaking of Shadow Generations, though, it's crazy the fact that this is in between the same time. Wait, huh? Oh!
Sonic, save me!
Oh, they spoiled that now. That's crazy. Before he was hidden as a mysterious character, but it makes sense since we all know who it is now. Who's also part of it is Eggman's young self. It's still, dude, it's still crazy to me that
Couldn't have done it better
that
myself.
even Eggman in that age, he's still family with Maria Robotnik and Gerald Robotnik.
Older versions of us. Places and enemies from
But
the
anyways,
past.
about Shadow Generations, the fact that it's between this exact moment. That part is actually a little different. They never
Without
call
the
Sonic up.
time stones?
Time
It's like that
stones.
big thing that kidnapped Eggman can consume
And
time.
dude, I cannot wait for the Sonic movie though.
Your friends here. I mean, our friends.
That is just going to be the most exciting thing ever. Let me know if you're excited as I am too for the Sonic movie with Shadow the Hedgehog. Especially this year's the year of Shadow, which absolutely have been a blast for the character himself and for the main series itself. It also spin-offs and merchandises too, of course.
And fast.
Okay, this cutscene didn't change too much, just a wee bit. Oh, that's nice! They add tutorials now. That was not there in Generations. I love the new HUD features and the new, I guess, new sort of mechanics. No, not new mechanics. It's so good to actually see these kind of improvements in Generations. Something that definitely Generations needed, because there's a few things that I mean, like I just ignore the fact that I missed that. I was confused. Oh my gosh. Okay, communication while doing gameplay. There's definitely some things that is definitely needed to keep track of the gameplay itself and all that. I also feel so cool with playing this with the skin and the exact stage where this has come from. Oh, I noticed! I was actually collecting the child set. They actually appear on the title of the stage. That's cool. Also, I did saw a short of the, you know, Sonic X Shadow Generations comparison, how it's like in the Sonic and Shadow short. It's really funny. I mean, it's very metaphoric,
So scary,
but
I tried to be really brave.
You did great, kiddo.
that's more like the characters at least. The short makes a lot of sense. I might actually feature that in this video to shout out to that person, but definitely a hilarious meme. Where are we? I told Mama I'd be right back when I left. Okay, thank you. I'm happy that they clarified that Cream's mother is obviously still canon, but she first appeared in the Advance series. Unfortunately, since that's a Game Boy Advance, the times when Sonic Team keeps doing exclusive games, of course, is gonna be underrated, but thankfully those games are obviously canon. And by the way, I am so gonna be here for the movie Shadow Generation. Oh my gosh. The movie Shadow DLC for Shadow Generations with the new stage and everything.
That's the first first time I've ever been stolen.
LOL.
You're a real gem, Rouge.
Alright. Alright. It's like cheesy, but yeah, somehow it just made me laugh. Stay tuned for that video. I definitely want to share my experience on that, and hopefully definitely do let me know and what you think about it by the time that releases and what you like about it. And again, so excited for the Shadow movie. Who could have brought us here? And to what purpose? And you know, the fact that Keanu Reeves actually voices the movie version of Shadow as a skin and playing Tokyo. Oh my word. I really couldn't believe that's actually happening for the first time, because I always wanted something like that to happen.
That thing keeps jumping back and forth through time, consuming the dimensional energy, and all that's left behind is this lifeless white void. The Sonics are the one constant here.
Because you know, I actually did bought the deluxe edition along the way with the pre-order. Alright, what's this conversation's gonna be about?
We're facing a dangerous foe, Sonic. Better be on your guard.
Sure thing.
That's better. That's better. Ugh, my English. Be wary, Sonic. I sense a great darkness in that enemy. No, shoot. I'ma just say this. By the time I head over to City Escape, first off, let me see. You're finally here, Sonic. I don't know where we are, nor do I care. This is where I finish you, Sonic. Okay, that's a good insight. You know, the fact that Shadow wants to still beat Sonic. The irony on that. As soon as I switched to modern Sonic, after I finished the Act 1 of Speed Highway, I immediately remembered to walk to the right. Already reminded me about the embarrassment from last video. That I thought Sonic, it's gonna be a playable boss, it's gonna be a boss fight again, which I still, let's just say I was having that face of a literal embarrassment in my face from Act 2 Speed Highway all the way to literally Act 1 or 2 of Seaside Highway. That's how bad it was. Thinking that I was gonna fight Sonic again as a boss fight, because it's like, dude, I wanted to see how it is if I fight Sonic again, but in this exact level, you know, redesigned and everything in Shadow's physics and gameplay, to know how that feels and see how amazing it looks too. And I know they never announced that. It's just like I've seen talks and that stuff that made it sound like that. And that's what really fooled me so bad. And I wanted Sonic to be a boss battle again. That's how much I really missed that. Because it makes other characters so important to the plot, like I mentioned in the last video, Shadow Generations. One day, because it is said that Shadow wants to fight Sonic still and beat him. You know, I'm over it though. I'm actually over that already. So, it happens. Also, I have seen the new trailers with the Sonic movie and that stuff, mainly on Twitter. I hadn't seen the trailer itself at all just yet, but maybe I may look at it afterwards, because I actually saw like a Christmas interaction between Gerald and Eggman in the movie trailer. That was it was so cool and funny at the same time. This movie's gonna be great. This movie is so gonna be great. Oh no, I can't catch the Chaos Emerald. Also, I did remember that there was a talk of a fourth playable character. A fourth playable character. And I don't know why, but I feel like that could have been Silver, which I definitely going to be.
You guys have your work cut out.
Oh, excuse me.
An adventure's no fun if it's too easy.
Wait, they reverted this scene back the way it is? I remember they inverted this cutscene. You know, I did just notice that I'm so used to playing Sonic Generations in 30 FPS, so I felt like there was something so hugely different with the FPS, but it's because it's completely my first first time
The creature was beyond
playing this game at 60
Yeah,
FPS.
this one's tough.
With the full game. I thank you for your help, but still, I don't think we can let our guard down yet. Yeah, again, I'm happy that Ian Flynn managed as possible to put the OG lore, the OG personalities of the character in the story, because I know they're not gonna really go back to all the other more recent games, because they didn't do that with Sonic Colors, obviously. Like Sonic Lost World, Sonic Forces, it's gonna be too much, especially the projects they're gonna have to do. It is not to say they can't do it. It's like, it's not gonna be like that soon, you know, to where they can rewrite canonically of the stories of Sonic to actually fit in exactly how it would be like, at least for the most part, with the OG lore and the main OG personalities, with the Shonen Jump inspiration change, yada yada yada, you know, with the Shonen Jump anime manga that's been going on with the Sonic stories for a very long time, since 1998, which, by the way, I love the art direction, facing more anime look than cartoon and whatnot for the main Sonic series, which love the look of Sage, love the look of Maria. Gerald looks very much the same, but he still looks amazing in this game as well, especially with the newer models alongside, well, which is what they are. You know, I am very used to Sonic Frontiers' advanced reactive controls that are more faster paced, is what I mean.
You know, I gotta
I keep failing so many times, thinking I can actually control like that right here in this game. Someone has to be behind all of this. We gotta take him out, Sonic. Also, even Shadow Generations, for how advanced is that gameplay. Like, it feels like this one, but better fixed. Shadow's gameplay is so amazing in Shadow Generations. I love this moment here, especially when, yeah, Sonic did the homing attack. He taught his young self how to do the homing attack. Well, I mean, he didn't teach him, but it was still wholesome to see that. All right. Oh, and I want to go back talking about the playable silver and also the possible.
Now I'm free. I'm a free bee. Free bee.
Oh, this is so much more wholesome. I love it.
Just simmer down, buddy.
Oh, hey.
Honestly, I was feeling kind of the same way as Sonic, but you know, that for the reaction case and whatnot, I'm like, I can't let that slide. I wanted to react. Come on, Sonic, let's keep partying rolling. Yeah, man. Again, Ian Flynn did the best he could to bring the characters back to who they really are. Sonic, is that really you? Are you some kind of fake? Send me the chaos. Sent for the Chaos Emerald. I'm actually gonna let this gameplay aside because I really want to talk about this, because I noticed how short this video is than I thought it would be. Hearing the fourth playable character, I got so excited, but after finishing Shadow Generations, it's disproven, you know, because I low-key really did thought there was gonna be, I mean, I know I'm not the only one too, that there was gonna be a fourth playable character, but I can imagine if it's actually gonna be Silver, because the fact Silver just appeared here, he wasn't in Sonic's birthday party either. Think that. Shadow wasn't either. We already know now why Shadow hasn't showed up until the ending. And Silver as well. He just said right there, newly canonically now, that now he says, Sonic's that you? So that verifies he wasn't part of it. So what if that playable character was supposed to be him? Oh, dude, do you have any idea how big that sounds if that actually does happen? Get closer! Thank you! You know what? What the what the heck? So, dude, that opens up more possibilities. Like, what if Silver finally gets his very own game like Shadow, right? Finally get to know his backstory, how the back future happens, you know, with the events of Sonic 06 and him appearing again in Sonic Forces and blah blah blah. It can go in many levels, which, man, I really am looking forward to that. If they are thinking about it, I really do hope so. And in other words too, if they're gonna do Silver Generations, I don't think it's gonna be a DLC. It could possibly be its own game, like, well, Sonic Generations itself, because normally that's an anniversary game. But anyways, about Sonic 06 too, since I'm running short on staying in this game a little longer, Sonic 06, hearing also the fact that one of the creators of Sonic 06 also the devs for Sonic X Shadow Generations. He mentioned that he actually wanted to do what the frick? I swear it got boost. Well, I guess this gives me time for me to talk more about Silver, so I'll let that slide. And so back about Sonic 06, don't get me wrong, that excites me a lot to hear that they're gonna possibly, they didn't confirm it, but they're possibly going to be attempting to remake Sonic 06, because with the improvement with Sonic Frontiers and Shadow Generations, they can honestly actually do it. But my worry is, are they actually going to attempt to be more patient on this one? Because the only reason why they rushed it, because the original manager, Yuji Naka, if I say his name right, it's been a long while since I heard about that story, but Yuji Naka, he left at the worst moment, and when I heard that, I was shocked. That's why it failed. Not just because they rushed it, because they got no manager to help. So, in other words, if they're really going to do this, Sonic Team, I don't think, I really do hope you guys are seeing this. Please, do not rush it. If you hear me, I'm exposing myself, and anyone else say, release the game already, release the date already. No, no, no. Finish the game at your will, okay? Please, for the love of everything, thank goodness that time we went right. Please, for the love of goodness, don't rush this. This was the game that killed the series, but the fans brought it back, which says a lot how iconic is the series and the characters themselves and etc. Oh, no, I gotta avoid it. Ooh. I remember how nerve-wracking this is. Okay, drop it. Jump. Yes! That was not enough, bro. Wow. I'm gonna be butchered. Please. Just drop it already. Can I? Oh, come on, Silver.
Just let me have it.
I'm somehow surviving this. Yes, there we go. But the possibilities are seriously endless. I really do hope that comes to true, and it hopefully does everything justice, especially with the improvements that All Light and Frontiers and Shadow Generations. Hopefully they do the same thing here in Sonic 06. Speaking of the Sonic stories, I actually wanted to mention when I want to come back thinking about the story of Sonic Frontiers, because I was actually doing the side stories on the DLC, and I noticed in one of the side stories, not only it kept the fact that Sonic's memory still connects with cyberspace, which is also the things that he sees in the open world, not only just the level designs, right? But it also mentioned about Big the Cat. I know, if you were in the last video, I get it. I know I should have been done thinking about that, because I do notice that in the story, it mentioned that Big the Cat in the fishing cyberspace level, I forgot what's it called, cyberspace raw, whatever it's called again. But
we beat him every time. Our scorecards
that Big the Cat is actually not the same Big the Cat. It's actually Sonic's memory of Big the Cat, but for some reason it's interacting like it's actually really him. Which is a really cool detail, because no way Big the Cat is really just gonna appear out of random like that for no reason, right? Especially the Shonen Jump inspiration of Sonic the Hedgehog. Like, there's gotta be some explanation, right? I mean, even without the Shonen Jump inspiration, I mean, still. Here we go. No boss fight. And this also makes sense too, because I was even questioning during the gameplay of Sonic Frontiers, how did those Death Eggs even appear in the Chaos Island? And now it makes more sense, because it's weird, because in the beginning of the story of Frontiers, it didn't show Eggman, because Sage said that Eggman brought those Death Egg robots, especially the real one, or the one that's actually functioning. If I remember, she said it was the real one that somehow fired while the rest is not working. I really wonder how he was there with that, but I digress. Now it made more sense. How are those even there? Yeah, I don't know if you can tell, but you can see that kind of the choppy V-Sync sort of problem. It looks a little off. If only they remastered the game a lot more than that. But again, the game looks already good as it is with the old effects and everything. I want to leave the final boss gameplay right here, like I did with Metal Sonic, Shadow, and Silver, because this is exactly where I'm actually going to share my review and my thoughts and that stuff about the story rewrite. Oh, actually, first I want to see what's rewritten here too. I want to say, well, I want to say shut up.
Okay, Gruesome, you're cornered. So how about you just give up and restore the timeline like you...
You know, that's a lot more logical. That's a lot more, not logical. That's a lot more like, a little more like Sonic.
Eggman. No wonder.
He had a little help.
Dr. Robotnik?
Yeah, you can tell that this is a lot more.
Gentleman genius Dr. Eggman from the future.
It's a lot more OG lore lines. Now I want to see what Shadow says.
After Sonic ruined my
Yeah,
amusement
right here.
park, I stumbled upon a dark primordial essence.
Now it's more obvious towards the plot. Thank goodness. Yeah, because this is after Sonic Colors, which as well as Shadow Generations.
Namely, that it could travel through the dimension of time. So I decided to utilize its marvelous capability.
It's crazy how this was able to actually bring back a erased time point of Sonic 06 to the point Shadow had to fight Mephiles again. All because of Time Eater. That I don't know. Seriously, I don't know how the heck he found that Time Eater in space and how it appeared, but it's there.
And now all of time is ours. To do it
It'd be
as
cool
we
to hear a little more lore where that came from. Wait. Wait, they can actually use that for the Silver story if there's a Silver Generations or a new Silver game. Wait, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
And they call me eccentric.
Eccentric. Oh, hey! They even changed that line. He used to say, I remember he used to say, "Jeez, am I really gonna be that crazy?"
Destroy me in your dream?
Yeah, again, unfortunately, Ian Flynn can't change the entire storyline to the actual lore how it's supposed to be, but it's at least close as possible. It'd be nice, even though we know the real story, how it was mistreated because of because Puntev and the other guy that don't really care about the series that much, but they can really use that. That's not even originally planned, but they can definitely use that to explain why Sonic and the others are not reacting like their usual self as soon as it hit Sonic Colors and up to Sonic Forces before Frontiers. I would love to hear an explanation about that lore. That'd be so enjoyable and fun to hear. Yikes.
Now it's time to meet your doom.
Because yeah, it's more cartoony treated than, yeah, you know.
Come on.
Okay, okay. Ah, that's more like Shadow.
Who are they? They are
That's so much.
face worse, Sonic.
Focus your spirit.
We're right back.
That is
Embrace the emeralds.
so much better.
You have to win, Sonic, like you've done time and again.
Okay, that's more lore OG. Let's go. And that's exactly what Shadow would say and everyone else. That's exactly what they would say. And now that's the new canon story of the same Sonic Generation story. You get what I mean? True, I was legit about to cry in that part, but if I start crying, I'm actually gonna be having a hard time talking again because that was what was happening in the last Shadow Generations video. Wow, this looks so much better in 60 FPS in my eyes. Oh, I don't remember the Green Hill parts being shown up. The rewrite of the Sonic Generation story. Wow. And they're saying much better lines as well. Okay, I gotta focus getting the rings. Cause like, it bothered me how cringy and cheesy some of the lines from the Sonic characters were. Get closer! Are talking like, come on Sonic, you can do this Sonic. You can get him, Sonic. Go get him, Sonic. No. Now growing into that more is just like, it really just does not sit right. But now, the only thing that I really am upset about the rewrite of the story, it's just mainly Amy. That's just really about it. It just doesn't make any sense. Like, again, this is what connects their personalities together and that stuff. You know, the reason why Amy is so obsessed with Sonic wanting to be her boyfriend is because, like, in the beginning, that's how she reacted when she first saw Sonic. And that stuff. But that's what drove Amy to come follow Sonic and his friends even more and become best friends with Sonic. That was the main reason Amy is still around. So it absolutely just disappoints me, the fact that that was rewritten just for a quote-unquote censorship. But thankfully, in between the stories, especially, I mean, what Amy said, it confirmed that she's still basically like that. She's still basically keeping the memories of how she was crazy over Sonic. I mean, actually, then again, what I completely ignored the fact she was hugging on Sonic. So no, he didn't completely erase that, actually. Which, Flynn, okay, I'm sorry, I know I baffled about this if you're also watching this, but thank you for not erasing completely Amy's personality like that, because I also understand that Amy also got over it over time, which actually was present in Lost World and Forces up to Frontiers. I remember I can do that. No! But thank you for at least keeping the most important part about Amy's personality, what thrived her to follow Sonic along the way. It's still a great rewrite. It's a great rewrite. It still feels cartoony than the usual Sonic lore in the main story, but it's... Oh, there we go. Final part of the story, baby. Still crazy the fact that Shadow did the similar thing these two did, which is piercing through the... Oh! Oh, so cool, dude. So cool. So, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. Wow, even Supersonics look actually a lot more sleeker. I don't know if that's not obvious, but unless that's usually how it is. Okay, it's been so long since I played Sonic Generations, and I'm used to the loading screen being a little longer, not to sound like Sonic 06.
Still warm. Time travel.
But again, rewrite. For my opinion case, I would have to give it...
Half bad, Sonic.
Half bad? Are you kidding? He was all great.
Dang. Oh, actually, no, that's more like it, actually. Because no way Amy would be that strong to freaking push off Knuckles like that. That's actually more like it. Oh, let me move that mouse out of the way. But for my opinion case,
Teaming up with you.
It's hard to say.
Maybe this will fast track you to learning some new tricks in the future. Wait, I mean past. Ugh, time travel's a chore.
That's a nice rewrite too. And there you go. I would have to say 9.
Dude, sweet.
9.5 out of 10. And factual wise, 9.5. No, excuse me. No, let me rephrase that. My opinion would be 10 out of 10 and 9.5 out of 10 for the fact side, only because of the unnecessary censorship.
Sonic, enjoy your future. It's gonna be great.
Okay, that's still the same. But overall, fantastic. Fantastic. 10 out of 10 for me, 9.5 out of 10 for general case. Absolutely fantastic. And that's it. So that's really, again, that's really all the rewritten story portions of Sonic Generations. So Sonic Team, again, y'all did a fantastic job with both sides, remastering Sonic Generations, rewriting the canon history, and Shadow Generations explaining the background story of what Shadow's been doing, and completing Shadow's trauma that he had to overcome too, which, man, it had every right to be around that and characterized exactly how it is, giving more info, especially finally revealing the story how Shadow was created and everything, even though it wasn't the full aesthetic thing, obviously, because it's hidden behind the books, because, you know, Doom's blood being spared to Shadow and whatnot, but it's said as DNA. It's just, man, they used the likelihood of Sonic Generations for Shadow Generations, the perfect time to explain Shadow's backstory more, expanding it and Shadow getting over his trauma past and everything. And getting to meet Maria Robotnik and Gerald Robotnik again is, man, I still teared up the fact that he can't keep Maria and Gerald, which is okay. Which makes, again, everything has to happen the way it is, or else it won't progress to what the characters are today. Realistically speaking, or at least realistically, yes, I meant those two words literally, that especially realism. That's reasonable, similar to how, it references exactly how it is in real life. Like, you know, things happens for a reason, right? But anywho, fantastic. Had fun with the remaster. Had fun with the story especially. So, God bless y'all. Stay tuned for the next video, and definitely look out for my live streams. I'm definitely gonna be excited coming back live streaming on YouTube. And peace out. See y'all. God bless y'all. Dang it, I thought I was recording. Yeah, I wanted to mention as well, so far nothing changed here either, but also the end credit actually did change too, showing the more evolution time of Sonic's canon history.
Enjoyed telling people,
but you know, it's still crazy the fact that Supersonic is now, yeah, there you go, yeah. Oh, actually, good thing I'm recording this again. I want to test out something. Again, Gerald and Maria was in between all this with Shadow this entire time. Meanwhile, his grandson, which is what you saw earlier, is the reason why all this happened, in combination with Black Doom being in return this whole time saved, which flowed completely well with the storytelling. Now I gotta do you see, that's kind of the new HUD I was talking about. If that's not what I already showed in the video. I gotta collect 50 rings, and the ultimate test is Supersonic fixed? Can I finally do Supersonic without that stinking automatic flight, which I hope I can do it by choice to fly or boost on the ground however I want. Okay, now that I collected 50 rings, oh, make that 100 now. Right here, it's exactly where I'm gonna test it. All right. This is the moment of truth. Did they fix it? Oh, okay, they didn't. Oh man, it would be cool if you could actually see Dreamcast model Supersonic, but anyways, I'm nervous. 3, 2, 1. Sonic Team! Come on, man. You had one jump. No, that did not count. That was not me performed. Oh man, I'm keeping it like this because I seriously have no idea how I did that. But if it's not actually a feature you can choose to do, let me know in the comment section down below how you do it. But it's whatever, man. I at least can have fun with Supersonic. But anyways, now, see you. God bless y'all. See you in the next video. Peace out.